hamburger patch. Anybody else remember this? And like the hamburger would go and pick these hamburgers off of a bush in the hamburger patch and like serve them up on a plate, and that was where hamburgers came from, you know? Obviously that's not where hamburgers come from. But McDonald's probably spent more on that advertising campaign than PETA has spent in the entire 30 years of our existence as an organization. So if we're going to go toe-to-toe with these companies and try to, you know, counteract all this propaganda and these lies that they're putting out there, we obviously have to get creative, and we have to do some of the sort of things that the Yes Men do in the movie. I think you could definitely categorize a lot of that stuff as a media stunt, which I think is a term that's gotten a bad rap. You know, people think, you know, look down their nose at that and think that it's kind of base or whatever. But you know, when you're talking about a corporate-owned media and you're talking about, you know, that's really the only way to break through and get the kind of coverage, like Tench was saying, that's necessary to raise awareness about these issues. Because McDonald's and KFC and those companies are not going to tell you really where the hamburgers do come from or where the chicken comes from. Our big issue with McDonald's and KFC right now is chicken slaughter. The way that chickens are being killed in slaughterhouses, what people don't realize, and this is exactly the point, the chickens are actually hung upside down by their hind legs, and they have their throats slit while they're usually still fully conscious and able to feel pain. And many times they'll actually go into a tank of scalding hot water. It's actually called a scalding tank, while they're still fully conscious, and they drown in these tanks of basically boiling hot water. It's a far cry from the chicken patch, the hamburger patch, whatever. Unfortunately, most of the chicken that you're going to get in like a GW or a Harris Teeter or anything along any kind of corporate-produced food is going to come from that sort of environment. So if we're going to raise awareness about this, you know, we can't just kind of call a press conference and start talking about the way that the chickens are being treated. I mean, we might get a couple of little hits on that, but we're probably not going to get the kind of attention that McDonald's gets for their multi-million-dollar ad campaigns. You know, a perfect example, and that's where the media stunts come in. In the 1980s,